Good. So, team, enjoy.
Guys, we'll take a quick 20 seconds today. What you could use is either if you have a resistance band like I have just now, we could use that for some movements. The second thing we need is a tool or something slightly for some ab rollouts. Now, if you don't have a tool or anything sliding around the surface, that's cool. I'm going to demonstrate a bodyweight version anyway here. And then last but not least, something semi-heavy for some single leg RDLs. So I'm using my resistance band. The resistance band is perfect, or you could grab a dumbbell or a kettlebell for that. So I know we're a wee bit late, but we'll run another 20 seconds whilst others sporadically run around the house and try and throw some tins of spaghetti into a bag or something like that as a form of weight. Aside from that, I'll just keep doing some tricep extensions with the band as a wee warm up just now before we get ourselves set. Now, I'll talk us through what we're doing today. We're hitting some single leg RDLs, so we want to be getting a lot out of the hamstrings. We've got some plank reaches to again keep the midsection, the arse squeezed tight. Forward lunges, keep the quads working. Ab rollouts, of course, the clue is in the name. And then last but not least, guys, we're finishing with some Cuban rotations. And in the program today, we have some burpees as well. So we have some burpee variations. I'm going to show you kind of demonstrate some tougher ways to do that as well. All right, we'll get ourselves kicked off, guys. Pop your equipment to the side. We are going to hit some scorpion kicks to start. Thread the needles, 20-second apply. If you're in for your first live workout, this will be new to you, but for a lot of the guys, you kind of know this. So again, spend a bit of time here. We're loosening ourselves off. Arms out nice and wide. 6 scorpion kicks, 3 aside. Take your time here. We're trying to get as much movement as we can into the joints, into the spine. And back up. 3. Thread the needles. Your aim is to get that hand as far away as you can. And from there, guys, we're coming into a 20-second plank. What I want to do with these planks, which is maybe slightly different, is I want you to try and squeeze your shoulder blades together. So here, I'm squeezing my shoulder blades together when I'm at the top of that plank. Okay, so 20 seconds, 1, squeeze the shoulder blades together, squeeze your bum, and you're going to be in a nice straight line. 10 more seconds. Relax it from there. We're going to come straight back in. Arms are coming out nice and wide. 6 scorpion kicks. And up. And start thread the needle. And then I'm back into that 20-second plank. Now this time I want you to squeeze your heels together, squeeze the knees together, and squeeze your bum. So we're trying to get as much of our musculature working in our kind of lower body just now, okay? Hold for another 10. Squeeze everything tight. Relax it. Final time, we'll go into those 3 movements again. So 3 scorpion kicks aside, 3 thread the needles aside, then a wee 20-second plank. At that point, then we'll try and pick the pace up a little bit. Up onto the knees. into that thread the needle. And the final 20-second plank. Again, I'll demonstrate side on. I don't want to have the hips low or the hips high. I want to be a nice straight line, squeezing the glutes. Hold for another 10. And relax. Guys, what we're going to do now is we're going to try and pick the pace up so we can get the heart rate up. Now, I'm going to do it slightly differently today. I'm going to put a 4-minute timer on, and I want you to see how many sets you can get done. So we're going to look for 3 walkouts, 6 lunges off each leg, 9 bodyweight squats, and then 12 glute bridges. So I'll put 4 minutes on the timer, guys. The aim here is to get quite sweaty and get the heart rate up. We're not looking for the muscles to get challenged too much yet, okay? It's 4 minutes, 3, 2, 1. So we're going in. 3 walkouts, I'm adding in a push-up. And that's all. And then I'm back up straight into 6 lunges off each side. So you go at your pace at home, guys. Again, the aim here is to start getting the heart rate up, get a wee bit sweaty so our body's prepared for a wee bit of work in our first superset. Last one for me in those lunges. And then I'm straight in to my squats. Nice deep squats. And then I'm going straight into my glute bridges. Two more for me. So that's 90 seconds down. I've got 2 minutes and 30 seconds to go. I'm going straight back into my walkouts. Now into my 3 lunges, sorry, 6 lunges aside. That's me the halfway mark, 3 more off each side. And now into my 9 squats. And I'm into my 12 glute bridges. Halfway. So I've still got about 50 seconds left, guys, so I'm going to get through my lunges. My walkouts and my lunges here. Keeping the chest up nice and tall, keeping the posture in place. and rest that. Now guys, we'll be slowing the pace down again and talking through the movements. So we're now moving into our supersets. The idea with that is we wanted to get the heart rate up a wee bit, get a wee bit warmer. Apologies that I keep adjusting myself and just trying to get my mind set properly. So our first movement, guys, we're going to hit is a single leg RDL. How we want to think about that is the front foot is going to be really heavy. I'm putting all my weight to that front heel in particular. From there, when I stand up tall, the leg I'm not working goes back, and we're leading with the hips, 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 and then driving the hips forward. So I'm going to use a resistance band. I'm going to step into the band, pop over the head, and hold it like a pair of braces to get a bit of added resistance. However, you could do this with a backpack at home and make it like a single leg good morning, or if you had a kettlebell or a dumbbell, you just hold it out in front as you come all the way down, okay? The most important thing, there's a slight bend in the knee, but the bend is coming from the hips. So minimum bend in the knee, maximum bend at the hips. Right, let's get ourselves set, guys. We're going to go for 10 off one side, 10 off the other. Timer's going on. So heel heavy, hips are going back, and then from there I drive back forward and squeeze the glutes. One more to go. Right, I'm switching over legs. Again, most of you will be able to just switch the hands with more weights in it. If you're with a band, you're physically going to have to step another foot in. Hips back, hips back, hips back. Drive forward and squeeze. Two more to go. And relax that. Right guys, next set for me, we're going to hit some plank reaches. So that's a slightly more advanced version of a plank shoulder tap. If you think you're going to struggle with that, just bring it back to a more conventional plank shoulder tap. Which now we're going to go for a plank forward reach. We're going to go for 10 off one side, 10 off the other. And how I want you to do, guys, is if you kick your legs slightly a wee bit wider than you conventionally go for a regular plank, that'll help stop the hips going side to side and shuffling. Okay, we want to be nice and stable there. So on my shout, let's get ourselves in. Legs are a wee bit wider, I'm squeezing the glutes tight, and I'm going to reach forward and down, okay? Reach forward, back down. So that's 2 reps for me. I've got 18 more. At home, guys, you're going to go for 10 a side, 10 a side. Five more for me. And rest that. Again, keep working at home, guys. Let's get those 20 reps in. Focus on that midsection not moving. We should be feeling that into the abs, into the glutes a little bit. Now, a second, 10 seconds or so, we'll get ourselves set back up into the single leg RDLs. Again, how I want you to think about it is that front foot, you're now putting that on a scale, and you want to imagine that you're making that number as heavy as possible. So put as much weight onto that front foot as you can. Okay? We'll get ourselves set back up. 10 reps off your weaker side first, then match it with 10 reps off your stronger side. Let's get set. 3, 2, 1. Halfway through. One more to go. So I'm switching over legs. I'll switch side on so you get a better view of that front leg. Halfway through just now. And relax that there. And of course that neatly brings us back to our plank reaches. So we're back into the plank. I'm going to go side on so you can see my lower body this time. Squeeze the glutes. Keep the midsection stable. And we'll go in for those 20 reaches. Comes up to halfway. And relax that there. We'll take 20 or so seconds once we're done there and get into our final set of the single leg RDLs. For now, we're going to get a wee touch of water, so feel free to do that at home. Cheers. So we're into our final set of the single leg RDLs. Let's get ourselves ready to jump in. Again, starting with your weaker side first, whenever you can match, hit on that weaker side, you match on the stronger side. Okay, that comes over for me. And lift that up. Put my weight onto that front foot, and then I'm sending the hip backwards. Two more. And I'm just switching over legs. Again, I'll turn 180 degrees just so you guys have a better, clearer view of my front leg. And we're hitting another 10 just now, another 10. Three more to go. I'd relax that there. So we're going to get set into that final set of those plank reaches. Final set. Again, focus on the glutes being squeezed tight. Keeping this tight, imagine somebody who's coming over to prod you in your tummy. You want to keep that feeling of kind of tighten everything up there when we're hitting these plank reaches. Let's get ourselves set. 3, 2, 1. 20 reps. Halfway through. and relax. Right, there. So, get a wee touch of water, let the heart rates drop down. We're on to our next two movements. The first one is a forward lunge. Again, a wee bit of resistance would be great here. If not though, if we find that we're going to struggle, our knees aren't going to like this, we could work in like an isometric hold, either hold it at the bottom of a squat for the same amount of time, or a wall sit would be another variation if you find that your knees are getting sore in these lunges. Right, we'll get ourselves set up again. I'll quickly demonstrate one off each side. My chest is staying up, I'm taking a step forward, I'm driving back. Nice and simple, we've all done this before. Ready, 3, 2, 1. 8 off one side, let's stick on the weaker side first. And once you've hit that 8 off the one side, you'll match it on your stronger side. And now switch to the next side. Two more to go. And relax that. So our second set is our ab rollouts. Now, at home, if you have a slidey surface, you could use a towel here. Now, this demonstration will work kind of oddly, but I would come onto my knees. I would make sure that I'm in the half kneeling plank. I want to start in the half kneeling plank. What I want to avoid is my bum coming into the air between every rep. I'd be here, I would essentially slide the towel out, and that would slide back in. It's a pull with straight arms. Now for me, here, I'm going to do a bodyweight version, which every single one of us will be able to do some variation of. So I'd come back into the half kneeling plank, and I would just walk out as far as I can comfortably go before I feel the tension in my abs, and then I'd walk myself back in. Now some of us will take 1, 2, 3, 4 steps forward, and that will be plenty. Some of us might be able to get our nose to the ground. Again, work to the level that's most appropriate to you. You want abs, we don't want lower back fullness. So we're going to aim for 8 reps, guys. Let's get ourselves set. 8 reps. 3, 2, come on, let's go. So that's been the halfway mark. Two more to go. And relax that there. So we should really feel as those abs, or sorry, as those arms extend. The abs are keeping everything stable and stationary here. And have to pull back in with the hands or walk back in should really get a good challenge onto those abs. So in a second, we'll get ourselves into those forward lunges. If you have a kettlebell or dumbbell to hand, now's the perfect time to pick that up. 10 or so seconds, and we'll get back into those 8 forward lunges. Okay? Again, we'll start 8 off one side, and then we'll, 8 onto the other. Starting with your weaker side. Ready? Let's go. So stepping out, standing back up top. Stepping forward into that lunge, standing back up top. And I'm switching over now. One more to go. and relax. 10 or so seconds and we'll get back into those walkouts on the abs. Again, work to the level that's most appropriate to you. A lot of us are going to change quite how far out we walk our hands, but as long as I'm feeling tension in my abs, then I'm going to get a benefit from this, okay? So again, when I come down onto my knees, that's the knees saying hello nice and clearly. I'm going to walk into my kneeling plank and I don't bring my hips any higher from this position now. 8 more reps, guys. 3, 2, 1. Halfway. Two more to go for me. And relax that there. 2 sets down here. We'll take a wee bit longer between this round. And then we'll get into our final set of the lunges and the ab work. Again, grab a wee touch of water if you have it near to hand. Right, let's get ourselves set in 5 seconds, final time on those lunges. Again, we're starting on the weaker side first, march it on the stronger side. Ready? 3, 2, 1, let's go. Right, switch over to the next leg. And 8, relax that there. So we'll get ourselves set into our final wee bit of work on those ab roll-outs. So I'll get myself back into that half kneeling plank. I've got 8 more reps to go. Ready? 3, 2, 1. If you really want to make it tough, try and pause as you're fully extended for a second and then walk back halfway. One more to go. And relax that there for me. Get a wee touch of water, let the heart rates drop down. Keep a wee gander in. To me, I'm going to talk us through our next 2 exercises. So, the first one we're moving on to, guys, is our Cuban rotations. We're going to hit 10 reps of those. That's all about shoulder mobility. So I'm going to get my elbows wide, hands come directly under. I rotate, I press up to full extension of the arms, I come down, and then I rotate back again. If I show that from side on, my elbows are here, I'm rotating, the hands come underneath the elbows or as close underneath as they can go, rotate till they're above the elbows, I then press up, down, and back. Of course, jazz hands are optional throughout this, we'll do 10 reps there. Our second movement, guys, is we're going to hit 10 burpees. I know, 10 burpees in the program, how horrible. So we've got 3 levels of it. The first level, guys, we're not doing any jumps. We're literally just going to go for a walkout to a plank, walk ourselves back up. So that's level 1. Level 2, guys, is you're going to go a burpee. You're going to have your hands on the ground, your feet come back, your feet come back. From there, you come onto the heel, and you jump up. And then level 3, which I will work, so feel free to push yourself with this. We're going to go a chest to the ground burpee, and we're going to add a jump in at the top of every rep. So we'll go hands here, chest touch the ground, we're going to come up and come in until we tuck jump. So that's what I'm going to work for those 10. But again, we've got walkout, we've got a burpee, where the heels come on to the ground and we go for a little jump at the top of everyone, and then we have a chest to ground burpee with a tuck jump. That's our 3 levels. For now, put that to the back of your mind. Let's get into those 10 Cuban rotations. Ready? 3, 2, 1. So your aim is to try and get your chest, keep your chest out and get your hands as far behind you as you can with those rotations. So that's me coming up to the halfway mark here. Keep the chest sticking out as we do this. Last one for me. And relax that there. So, nice wee opener almost, getting a lot of that upper back musculature firing a little bit. So in a second, guys, we'll get into those 10 burpees. Again, I'm going chest to ground with a tuck jump. Go to the level which is most appropriate to you. Of course, if you have neighbours, maybe don't give me a squat jump or a tuck jump if you know that the people down below you are going to be very upset. Right, let's get ourselves set, guys. 3, 2, 1, and go. Halfway through. And relax. I'm going to put a clear 30 seconds on before we jump in to let the heart rate drop down any touch there. Right, 10 more seconds. We're back into those Cuban rotations. You can just feel Easter eggs going up and down me. Wee bit of Easter alarm. Right, let's get set. 10 reps again. Up, down, hands are coming right behind the head. So that's me at 3 reps. I'm just switching legs so I can get a kind of double wee stretch. On my hip flexors, there's no genuine reason other than a wee stretch, as our lower body isn't really working here. Three more for me. And relax. So we're going to wait 10-15 seconds. We'll get into our second set of the burpees. And again, guys, we want these to be challenging burpees. And the finishers, we'll have burpees that are there to get the heart rate up and to be gassy. I want you to try and get your muscles firing. Hence, we've included the tuck jump because we want to be promoting that explosive energy from the bottom of the burpee. Ready, let's get set. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Halfway through. and relax. Timer's on again. Keep going at home, make sure you finish those off. Walk out short burpees. In 15 seconds, we'll get into that last set of Cuban rotations and last set of burpees. Three seconds, 2, and 1. Onto the knee, elbow comes high, rotate all the way up and back down. 2, 3. That's been the halfway mark, guys. Two more reps. And 10, relax that there. 10, 15 seconds. And we're into our last set of the burpees, last set of the burpees. So get a wee bit there. Get yourself steady, get yourselves set and ready rather than steady. And we'll get into that last set on the burpees, guys. Ready? Let's go. 3, 2, 1. Halfway. And relax. Get some water. Let the heart rate drop down. Right guys, what's going to happen here is we're going to finish with a wee 12-minute EBOM. I'm going to make it a wee bit tougher today, guys. And we're going to work, instead of 60 seconds, 45 seconds. So every 45 seconds we move on to our next movement. So the kind of more efficient we get with each movement, the more rest we'll get before we restart the next one. Now, just because it's fast-paced, doesn't mean I want the quality to go anywhere. So, first round we're looking for 10 push-ups, 45 seconds you'll get. Once that time's up, we're straight into 15 sit-ups. Now, two options for the sit-ups, guys. Half sit-up to touch your hands to the top of your knees. The second option I want is the hands coming up, reaching up to the ceiling, avoid throwing yourself up there. The hands stay like you're Frankenstein's monster. They're going up. Frankenstein's monster. All the way up. Don't throw yourself into it. So 10 push-ups, 15 sit-ups. Third reps are 10 pause squat jumps. And your fourth round is 40 mountain climbers. So let's get yourself set. We don't need any weight. Every 45 seconds we move on to the next movement. I'll keep you right here. Start with those push-ups. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. 10 push-ups. And rest that. So 20 seconds, and we're into our sit-ups. 10 seconds to go. Get yourselves set. Again, we're looking for quality, guys. Don't just breeze through it for the sake of time. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. 15 of these. Keep your heels into the ground as you do this. Avoid lifting them to help get you out and off the ground. Next movement is our pause squat jumps. We have 10 seconds. So how I want the pause squat jumps, we're going down, pause, and then drive up high. 3, 2, 1, let's go. And relax. 20 seconds, and then we're into our 40 mountain climbers. Ten seconds, and we're in. Ready? 3, 2, 1. 40 mountain climbers. You can either go knee to the same elbow, or you can go across. I do not mind. Ten more. $15 seconds. So this is a third of the way down. We're back into our push-ups in a second. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Back into those push-ups. And relax. 25 seconds, back into the sit-ups afterwards. Ten more seconds and we're into our sit-ups again, guys. Heels to the ground, ready, 3, 2, 1, let's go. Two more. So that's about 10 seconds and we're into our 10 squat jumps. Keep the pause in there, keep the quality high. 3, 2, 1. Keep trying to get as much height as you can here. And we're 20 seconds into our mountain climbers. Ten seconds now. Three, 2, 1. Into those mountain climbers. Relax that right, we have one more set on each movement to go. So 15 seconds and we're into our final set on those push-ups. Right, 3, 2, 1. We're back into those push-ups for the final time. And relax. Gives us a wee bit of time before our 15 sit-ups. More seconds. Again, try and keep the pause in between every rep of these sit-ups. We don't want to just fire them out half quality using a lot of momentum. Try and get those abs to physically contracting to get your upper body in the sky. 3, 2, 1. Three more to go. And relax. 2 more working sets. We're into our squat jumps and then into the mountain climbers. 3, 2, 1. Keep the pause. As much height as you can give me. And relax. 20 seconds, final set of mountain climbers. And that's the hard work done today. Ten more seconds. Three, 2, 1. Let's get it done. And relax once you hit that 40. Nice deep breath in, guys. Let the heart rates drop down. We'll just get a very basic wee stretch off and call it a day. Wait another 15 seconds. So the E-bomb, probably getting us heart rate in a good place, staying there, maybe not to the red zone. With those 3 sets of burpees, if we're pushing ourselves, should have almost been like a wee finisher before the finisher. And a moose-bush finisher, if you will. Right guys, here we're just going to go for 3 wee knee rolls side to side. Arms out, right the knees come to the side. Pause for a second. And then bring the knees back over. Pause for a second. So 2 more off each side. One more off each side. And from there, kick a leg up in the air. Push the heel up to the ceiling, hold it for 10. And I'd rather the leg was straight and a bit further away from you than bent right beside you. And switch legs over. Again, pull the toe into it, tight towards you. 3, 2, 1, relax now. Hey guys, hope you enjoyed that. As always, good to see a good chunk of you in for our Monday session. I'll be here every morning in the week at 9. I got our usual sessions at 5 as well this week. I'll do another Q&A on Wednesday, and if you want a wee bit of a